Get the envelope.
Right here.
Okay.
And so I just
Yeah, let's... Okay, open the envelope.
Okay. Yes.
And the winner is...
Sorry for Saying Sorry Media presents the Purr Podcast, the best podcast for feline medicine and surgery with tips, tricks, and updates for the entire veterinary healthcare team. If you're dying to know more about cats, keep on listening. Here are your hosts, Dr. Susan Little, famous cat vet and textbook author, and Dr. Jolle Kirpensteijn, talented surgeon and social media geek.
Hello, this is Dr. Jolle Kirpensteijn.
And Dr. Susan Little.
And this is part 2 of our amazing CES 2020 session.
In Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. This is the Purr Podcast.
Consumer Electronics Show
2020.
Which is, how many people come to this? It's like
180,000 people.
Can you imagine?
It's crazy.
And it feels like it's been 180,000 people in Las Vegas, doesn't it? Yeah, it's an amazing tech show.
It's a complete overload of everything.
It is kind of overload. Yeah. You do get kind of, you zone out after a bit, and then you can't remember which toothbrush did which.
I was so tired yesterday.
Yes.
But all good. So we're here for part 2. We cut them in 2 parts. Because
we had so much that we saw.
Yeah, we did. We did. It was really good.
So we have more sort of tech-oriented stuff to tell you about.
Excited. So we're not going to spend too much time because the last part of our podcast, we're going to talk about the little robot.
Yeah.
But a little bit about trackers. So the other thing that I thought was amazing is that although 2 years ago we had at least 10 companies doing tracking and, exercise.
Yeah, we saw a lot of tracking and sort of activity monitors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now there were very few.
We saw very few. Yeah.
One thing, so we're not going to talk too much about it. The things that we picked out, one was a GPS one, which I like because we always talked about the fact that, most of the exercise trackers do not have a GPS. And if you don't have a GPS and your dog runs away, you still don't know where that dog is. Yeah. So this company had activity monitoring, live tracking, location history and heat map, so you can find out where the dog is, including a virtual fence. So it's interesting that they put everything together. That is
interesting. So, now, these are subscription services too. That's the other thing to remember. Like when you buy this device or a lot of these devices, to have the full capabilities, like access to GPS data, it probably requires a monthly subscription.
Yeah, and the only bad thing is they're big. And so we were, of course, looking for the cat ones. Yeah. And the cat ones was almost bigger than the cat head. So
yeah, that's been the stumbling block with these, is that the size of them, they're meant to go on a collar. Mm-hmm. And so some of them fit like onto the collar itself instead of being a tag. Yes. And they're still too big, I think, for cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one thing that I found out, there was once again, one of the Asian countries had a cat. I think it was an exercise tracker, not a GPS. Okay. Which was as thick as my thumb. So that was really small. Yeah. And that's the smallest I've seen. It becomes smaller and smaller, I think. So
hopefully they'll get better and better and smaller and smaller.
It definitely is interesting to see what was going on. So these trackers are definitely happening.
And people are still working on them.
Human medicine, it's going well, because the one thing I want to point out is that we found a lot of watches for humans.
Yeah.
Watches
that do amazing things.
So they can look at sweat and they can measure blood glucose in sweat.
Yeah.
Or they had
do you believe that?
infrared.
Measure your glucose in your sweat.
It is crazy.
So if you're a diabetic, that could be very useful. And I did a cursory search of the literature, and it does look like there has been some work done on correlating sweat glucose levels with blood glucose levels. That's really interesting.
I mean, that was really cool. I think. And then there was a watch that looked like a watch, and there was a glucose monitor and a watch.
And it was actually a watch and a glucose monitor. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So we're seeing a lot of bells and whistles and come out with wearables like watches.
One of we forgot to tell you, one of the which I thought was amazing too. One of the feeding stations had also instruction. Remember that, so one of the feeding stations had a TV on top of it, and then the virtual person was saying, sit.
Oh, yes.
Sit. Yes. And if the dog sat, it recognized it.
Then it would spit out a treat.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't you think?
Yeah. It's a really, so I guess it's It must be. Was it an app for your TV, or do you remember how it worked?
No, I forgot.
Yeah. Anyway,
complete overload of all the senses here. So it is. I'm happy I remember all these things.
Yeah, we're lucky we remember this much. It's overwhelming, the amount of tech stuff here.
Yes. So one of the things that won an award, so CES gives awards just like we do, but the CES awards obviously are not as important as ours, but one of the things that won an award was an automatic feeder with chip recognition. Yeah. So
a product that won one of the CES awards here is made by SureFeed, and SureFeed is a company that's been making things for a long time.
She gives me the eye. So I wanted to say that this is just a little intermission. I wanted to say a brand name like a second ago. She gave me the evil eye, and now this is a known thing. This is a well-established company. Sure.
Yeah. So these are my rules. Okay.
Dr. Seuss. Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess.
So this is a company that's been making things like cat flaps and feeders for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of their feeders that is microchip. Controlled, but now also app comes with an app because everything has an app. Yeah, won an award this year.
So it is for single and multi-pet households.
Yep.
It has a microchip or color tag controlled.
Mm-hmm.
It stops pets stealing each other's food.
Yeah.
It has a sealed bowl, which I like. So the bowl's closed
very
off.
cleanable. Yeah.
It keeps flies off the food.
Yeah, because it's
a
cover is
essential part.
Well, depending on where you live, it was. Yeah, because it stays covered until you're.
Yeah.
So you can put canned food in this, really.
I guess so. And that is integrated skills. That's what I like.
See, by weight.
By weight.
Measuring food by weight.
That's it. And then it has different also. So I like it. So they have the feeder. They have this cat flap thing. Very interesting. And then they have lots of other stuff going on. So all right. Are you ready?
Can I talk about litter boxes?
We are going to talk about litter boxes.
Oh, finally.
And they were...
There was a lot of litter boxes.
Of litter boxes.
We saw so many litter boxes.
So I remember that Dr. Justine Lee started with her litter box story about 5 years ago, and there was only one that was automatic, and it won the prize at that time. So now everybody has copied these litter boxes, and you have big ones, small ones, high ones, low ones, round ones, square ones, and it kept on going with these automatic litter boxes. And I am thinking to myself, how many people have an automatic litter box? Is this such a big industry?
They have been around for a long time, with the original benefit being that they were self-cleaning. So they would have some type of sifting or like raking device.
And they all do.
Yeah. So that's how they started, right?
And I have to say, one company had a little fake turd that they threw in the litter box and then it took it out. Yeah.
So I think... one of the highlights of the CES for me was the company that had fake cat poop.
Yeah.
I mean, really. You can't get better than that.
Yes.
Fake cat poop.
Yes. It was good.
That was very clever, and I loved that. And the other thing that I loved is we saw a pop socket, the things that go on the back of your phone.
Right,
so here we're crinkling the package. Yeah. And it's a pop socket, and it has like the poop emoji on the back, and it says Poo Talks.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the company was. Was it like a fecal analyzing company, I guess? Anyway, I'm just delighted.
It was from humans.
Yeah, it was on the human side. Yeah, but now I have a poop.
I saved one for Dr. Stan Marks.
Yeah.
We will get it because
we
it
have
was
poop
his
pop
birthday,
sockets.
So all right.
Okay, anyway, litter.
Many litter boxes.
Yeah.
So let's start with one that...
lots of them.
Yeah, so the thing that this was a litter... so there's a couple of things with these things. Obviously, it's the cleaning cycle that plays a role. But now, some of these litter boxes will recognize the cat that goes in.
Yep.
They
may weigh the cat.
They may weigh the cat. Some of these analyze the poo.
Yeah. Or at least visually, like not do like a fecal analysis for worms, but they would visually analyze the poop and say if it's normal or not.
Exactly.
One of them did urine too.
Yes. So I just want to talk about that. This was also a Eureka project that won one of the prizes.
Yes,
it is a litter box that has like 4 levels. It weighed the cat. It identified the cat by chip.
Yeah. So and you might say like, why does that matter? But if your cat if the app tells you that your cat, Smokey, has been in and out of the litter box 16 times today, then something's wrong.
Then when the cat, and you have to put artificial litter in there when the cat pees, it collects the urine into a little
receptacle,
container.
I guess. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It did an automatic strip analysis.
Urine chemistry.
You take a picture of that little container and it tells you if you should go to the vet, and it also immediately gives a message to the vet.
Yeah, if the vet is using the same
Dr.
program.
Little has looked at her cat urine and this is the result. So you will get 100,000 mails of everybody telling you that the cat's urine is okay or not. And then you can send a message back, please come in to have the urine checked.
Yeah.
So, very clever.
So it's clever to see which directions they're going with these litter boxes. They're clearly trying to build in more than just it's a self-cleaning litter box, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it is. It's kind of. I do like the idea of anything that weighs your cat. When your cat doesn't know it's being weighed.
Yeah, it's good.
So when we were here 2 years ago, we saw a number of pet beds that had scales incorporated into them.
Oh, one of the things I love for people is that now you have it looks like, how do you call those things you have in the shower, where you stand on? A bed mat.
Oh, right, like a bath mat.
And it measured your weight.
Weight and wasn't body composition and
body
posture.
Composition and posture.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just by standing on the bed mat. Wonderful.
So I like anything that weighs the cat and the cat doesn't know it's being weighed. Right. Yes. That's always a good thing because one of the first signs of a lot of illnesses in cats is weight loss. And so the owner might get an earlier warning.
So my general feeling with these cat litter things is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, is that people design them more on how they look from the outside than that they adapt them to the cat's need.
That was a theme that we saw. And I get that it has to be visually pleasing to the purchaser, right? However, almost all of the ones we saw did that at the expense of what the cat needs. And so the two things that we didn't like in almost all of the ones we saw were that they were too small. And
the openings were very small.
And the openings were small.
Yes.
Right. And then
the openings were really high.
Or they were high. A number of these were quite far off the ground.
And then you have to imagine Dr. Susan starting a discussion with these poor salespeople.
This poor salesman
no clue.
Looked like a deer caught in the headlights.
Said, no, every cat can jump in there. And Dr. Susan was no, it's not possible.
No, what if your cat's obese? Or what if your cat's arthritic?
Yeah, we had to pull her away.
They made me leave. I was like, anyway. But it points out that not all companies have a good expert input in the design phase.
Exactly. So I have one in front of me, and I'm not going to say who makes it, but it looks like a round circle.
Like a ball.
It looks like a ball, a big ball with a hole in it. Yeah. And it looks beautiful.
It does.
I would love to have this, although I wouldn't put it in my room. It looks like you're in a French castle and you have this ball in there, which it has automatic cleaning, patented technology, of course. Safe sensor.
What's that mean, safe sensor?
When they get out, then it starts cleaning.
Right. They typically have a delay of several minutes after the cat leaves.
This one was the cat leaves, there's no cat inside. So we can clean. The other ones have, even if the cat is inside. So we were thinking 7 minutes is really great. But if you have the aggressive cat that is on the outside and the passive cat or the submissive cat to leave the litter box inside, 7 minutes later, exactly, you will have so
there are issues.
Yeah, so it looks beautiful, but I don't think it's very functional. This is your favorite, where the cat has to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, so we're looking at a picture of one now that has a very narrow, like it's kind of looks like I don't know, what does that look like?
Like the washing machine.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. It kind of looks like a small washing machine. And has a very narrow oval opening, so it's narrow for the cat to get in, and then the space inside. So as somebody I love and have learned from, Dr. Margie Shirk says, cats don't poop in caves.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
So that's her explanation.
We love Margie.
Yeah. So that's what I think of when I see this. If you have a cat outdoors looking for a place to poop, he doesn't look for a cave, right? And so these look like a poor cat's going inside a very small, dark cave. So I do get concerned about that. And this one, and then Jolle's got one in his hands too, that are quite high off the ground. And unless didn't one or more of the companies say that they had a ramp?
Then they made a little staircase.
Yeah, but they didn't have actually. They said they had them, but they didn't have them there.
And then why don't they design a bit?
Yeah,
I think it's
anyway.
So I have another one.
What does the pendant do?
I have no idea. We'll find out.
Okay,
this is another one.
Yeah.
The good thing of this one is you don't have to put litter in it. It has a litter container.
Well, you do have to put litter in it.
Yeah, of course, but you put a lot of litter in the beginning, and then it doses it.
Yeah, so it actually like cleans your box and replaces the litter. But okay, so here's
wait. We're not there yet. You can complain about it later.
Oh.
Once again, it's a step up. So
too high up.
It looks like, for
this is one
for some birds it would be ideal.
Yeah,
you fly in there.
If you're a bird, you could get in there, but
So
if you're an old cat, you're not getting in there.
It will never. And then it has some kind of it's the smallest pendant
what's
in the world for a cat. It's around the neck. I think it's a recognition thing.
Really?
And it is 1 month.
Because it works. Oh, because they have a range of products. So they have a watering and a feeder, and that's what the pendant is for.
So everything is connected.
Okay,
that's what I like about it.
Everything's connected.
It's connected to, and you probably have an app, and it's 750% success.
Okay. Really? Does it say that?
Yeah, with Indigo.
Indigo. So it's on Indiegogo. Okay. So can I tell my other pet peeve about
cat litter?
My other pet peeve about these automatic litter boxes is that it encourages people not to change to totally change the litter out and then clean, because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Right? And then you get the feeling that the litter box is doing the cleaning for you. Yeah. Yeah. So it kind of discourages people from properly cleaning it.
Because most people put their litter box in as far away as possible in the closet. Yeah. Why do you have to design it?
What do you mean design?
Why don't you make it very functional and it doesn't look as nice? Because these litter boxes look like, expensive washing machines.
Yeah, I think there is always that push and pull between looking good so it appeals to people so they'll actually buy it. But it is definitely at the downside is that the cat may not use it. Yeah, the cat may not use it.
All right, so we are way ahead of schedule. We can make 2 podcasts of this. Maybe we'll do one long one this time. This was really, really good. I enjoyed CES very much.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's always good to be there and look at the new trends also in the human. We didn't even talk about human medicine and all the things that are happening there. One shout out for my parent company, Colgate, because they developed a toothbrush that recognizes tartar.
Yep.
It's a plaqueless toothbrush, so it's I think that is so cool. So it tells you where to brush on the amount of tartar that you have in your mouth.
Yeah, that's a smart toothbrush.
Very, very clever. So just a little plug there. They won also an award, by the way, for that. So very, very cool. So it's talking about awards. It's time to award.
Okay.
Yes.
How do we do this?
We do this by just pure intuition, and that means that we have been, we have an expert panel of hundreds of people that decide on the last
They've already
choice.
Voted.
They have voted. So, and then
do we have an envelope to open?
Oh wait, yes, we do. One second.
You got to.
Oh, I need to get the envelope.
Get the envelope.
It's right here.
Okay.
And so I just.
Let's. Okay. Open the envelope.
Okay. Yes.
And the winner is?
Yes,
I can't read. What is the winner?
The winner is, we need to decide.
I love you.
Yes. So what is the winner for you? Maybe we have consensus.
I don't know if we will or not. I think that CES, I would follow CES's choice. And so one of the products that we talked about that won a CES award was the SureFeed feeder. So any feeder that measures in grams, I think is on the right track. Yeah.
So that's you would go for the feeder.
Yeah. So I would agree with CES giving that award.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. No.
Jolle's looking a little.
No, Jolle is Jolle really liked the flywheel.
Sure.
So that one was really good for me.
There you go.
It might be then the runner-up. Didn't get the prize because
it was. I didn't either, but I overheard the salesperson talking to another customer, and you're close to $1,000, I think,
for the wheel. How much is the feeder?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But price should not, distract us from.
But most of the wheels, because they're big and there's some machinery to them and that. Yeah, they're not they're not going to be $20, so.
No, I like I will go for the feeder too because it weighs
the food.
It's selective to the cat.
Yeah.
It's connected with your internet stuff, which is really important, I think, for owners. And so I like that choice. So let's do it.
Yeah.
So CES.
Yeah.
And so that's, you said the name already. So
Sure
I can
Feed.
It is Sure Pet, I think, or Sure Feed.
I think Sure Feed is the company.
I lost the thing. Oh, here we go. It's Sure Pet Care. So congratulations, Sure Pet Care. You won the 2020 Purr Podcast Tech Award. There is no money or anything involved.
I'm glad we
it.
agree with CES. You gave them an award.
It's the Microchip Pet Feeder Connect. So they and that's the newest one that they have. It has a lot of advantages. So I'm really happy that we chose that. Congratulations. And we have a good runner-up, which is the treadmill of $1,000 with the jewels on the outside.
Yeah, I don't know that the cat cares about the jewels, but, I think any product that encourages a cat to exercise, again, as long as the cat likes a treadmill-like experience, which some do, right? Then that's a good thing. It's good for their physical health and their mental health as well, right? And then when we see more feeders like this one that measure in weight and can allow smaller amounts of food, I think that's a good idea too. So,
I would like to end with two things that are from the human part. And one
what
is...
impressed you?
Goodness. The smart diaper.
Smart diapers.
So a smart diaper is a diaper.
Now, it's not baby diapers.
No, it's for elderly people.
Yes.
And so that diaper detects urine, stool, body positioning. It collects urine and temperature reading.
Yep.
All in a diaper.
Yep.
And so it gives kind of...
It says fall and wander prevention. Yeah. How does the diaper...
I think it's
give you fall and wander. It says reduces the number of fall. I wonder how it does that. And it analyzes
body positioning, I think.
Okay, I guess that's it then. Does it have GPS in it maybe?
Bed source? Yeah,
I don't know.
So.
Huh.
Very interesting. Yeah. So, and it got a lot of awards.
So, hold on to that thought because we might need that diaper someday.
We do.
Yeah. But you made a good point in that what about our patients that are in intensive care units?
Yeah, exactly.
Like especially a dog. Like a big dog in an intensive care unit, it makes you wonder if we couldn't have some somewhat similar technology.
And then the next one is getting a little grosser, but I thought it was very interesting. This? Yeah, it's interesting. So this is a hemoglobin sensor.
But it's in poop.
So wait. Don't give it away.
I gave it away. It's in poop.
Yeah, so normally you have to do this test and then you have to put a scoop of poop and then you have to send it in.
And you send it in. Yeah.
This thing... it looks like kind of a toilet brush, and that's good because what you do is so you do your thing and then you put it in the toilet water.
Yes. And it says it detects hemoglobin.
And then it detects hemoglobin in the toilet water.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens when you put bleach in the toilet water because normally you have the
all of the different chemicals that we use to clean the toilet. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder if your toilet cleaner chemical interferes with that.
And I love it because you can hang it on the wall.
Yeah, there it is, hanging on the wall for your guest to use.
Yeah, every time a guest
if you want to check your fecal occult blood, here, use our little sensor.
Yeah, so you have to have a description at the wall.
Yeah. But did you ask them if they had any validation?
No.
For this?
Yeah, of course. They did.
They did?
Yeah,
okay.
They did research.
I like the features. It's called a red eye sensor.
Exactly. And then the funny thing is that you get immediately...
A green? Or a red...
What do you call this thing?
Well, it looks like a water drop. They should have had a poop emoji on there, really.
So it's either red or green. And if you're red, you have to go to your doctor.
I guess you go to the doctor.
I guess so. So this is a great
interesting. Yeah, it's a good spot to end. Diapers and poop. Good spot to end.
So we start with poop and we end with poop.
Yes.
So we started with the poop emoji for Dr. Stan Marks that we have right here under the auspicion of Poo Talks. And we end with it too. So any podcast that starts and ends with poop is a good podcast. It's a good podcast. Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Susan.
Yeah, we had fun.
We did have fun.
We really did have fun.
And don't forget to like us if you like this Purr podcast.
And how do they like us?
They can go to purrpodcast.net.
Yeah.
They can look at
us on Facebook.
And yes, at Purr Podcast.
Could leave a review.
A review would be great.
Yeah.
And tell your friends.
Yeah. So purrpodcast.net and on social media at Purr Podcast.
That's it.
That's us.
We're signing off.
And we're done.
Thank you.
Bye.
Dr. Susan Little is a feline medicine specialist with 2 cat-only hospitals in Ottawa, Canada. She is best known as an international speaker and as the author and editor of 2 textbooks, The Cat, Clinical Medicine and Management, and August, Consultations in Feline Internal Medicine. Along with 3 cats, she also admits to owning 2 dogs, and you can follow her on social media with the handle @CatVetSusan. Dr. Jolle Kirpensteijn is a diplomate of the American and European College of Veterinary Surgeons and a big cat fan. His specialties range from surgical oncology and reconstruction to minimally invasive surgery. He is the author of 2 textbooks on basic and reconstructive surgery. Did you know he was allergic to cats? Jolle works currently at Hill's Pet Nutrition. You can follow him on social media with the handle @GVETSX. The opinions of this podcast are those by Dr. Susan Little and Dr. Jolle Kirpensteijn. Veterinary medicine is a complex profession, and often there are multiple diagnostic and therapeutic options for different disease processes. If you're a pet owner with questions, please go to your local veterinarian. If you're a veterinary professional, ask your questions on our Instagram page @Purr Podcast.